D. Moby asks, how do you feel about the new season of Pokemon XY and the new group of Ash, Serena, Clement, and Bonnie? Also, did you know that Serena has a canon crush on Ash? There's another question there, but I'll get to that after I'm done with this. Let's see. I stated this before, I haven't really been watching the newer seasons of Pokemon, so I don't know too much about Pokemon XY, but I have caught a couple episodes of it here and there. So I have sort of seen Ash with this new group of Serena, Clement, and Bonnie, who I kind of know from playing X and Y. Like, I kind of know their deals, I guess, except it's probably somewhat different in the anime, but whatever. From what I've seen of them, they seem fine. I like them better than what I saw of Ash's traveling companions in Black and White. Like, geez, I can't remember. Iris was the girl with the big hair, right? Like, she was okay. She didn't seem, from what I saw, like she had much personality going for her, but she wasn't obnoxious. The green-haired guy, who I don't even care what his name is, I just don't. He was obnoxious. I've seen other people mad about this, but I did see only a little bit of it. I pray for the souls of the people who watched him throughout that run, because, oh my gosh, of just maybe the 3 or 4 episodes I saw of Black and White, I just wanted to shoot him in the head. All he did was stand there blankly staring at things and making food puns. Oh, it was so annoying. Oh, yeah, but, from what I've seen of this group, they don't make me pray for the sweet embrace of death. And I do remember one episode I saw in particular, something about a Malamar kidnapped Pikachu or something, and they had to go get Pikachu. And Clement had this. He had a device that he was going to track Pikachu with, and it was a little robot built like a Pikachu, of course. Because when you are going to do science, you don't want to make just like a little device or something for like a little tracking thing, like handheld, that you can go track it. No, you want to make a Pikachu robot to lead you to where Pikachu is. And I think Serena and Bonnie were like rolling their eyes and like, oh man, oh, look at Clement, he's being silly. And Ash was like, Ash was having my same reaction of like, yeah, that's awesome. Why do it the easy way when you can do it the hard way with science? So I liked his enthusiasm. I liked his enthusiasm and creativity. So from what I saw of Clement, he seems to be a good, almost Brock kind of replacement, almost, because, the thing about Brock that probably everybody relates to the most is just his enthusiasm for his enthusiasm for the ladies, essentially. He's got that goofy enthusiasm going on, and it's different than what you might normally see in this show, where everyone's just usually blandly nice. So, when you see a character in the show who's, like, really eccentric about stuff, I really like the eccentric characters in Pokemon. They're fun, basically. So, yeah, Clement's cool. Serena didn't seem obnoxious to me. She just kind of seemed like the girl character, and Bonnie seemed like the kid character, so I'm sure they're fine too. I guess I didn't see an episode where they got to shine yet, but I'm sure they're fine. And obviously I did not know that Serena has a canon crush on Ash, and good for her. Good luck, girl, 'cause that boy is oblivious. Alright, now for your other question. Do you watch Gotham, Arrow, and Flash? No, and no. But I've heard some good things about Arrow, and I've heard Flash is along the same lines of that. And I've also heard some pretty good things about Gotham, specifically on how the casting in Gotham is really good, so I, at some point, will have to check those out. I'm assuming since you mentioned them, you're vouching for them, so alright, I will definitely try to check all these things out here that you mentioned. Gally G asks, what's your favorite arc of Yu Yu Hakusho? No surprise here, Dark Tournament arc. I mean, everyone likes the Dark Tournament arc. It's got great character moments, introduces good characters, good fight scenes, all that good stuff. But, I'll also give an honorable mention to the very first arc of the show as well. You know, like from season 1 down to rescuing Yukina. Specifically episode 1. Because, here's a little story about my first encounter with Yu Yu Hakusho. It was way back, probably when it was even first airing on, like, late at night on, I guess it was Adult Swim, something like that. It must have been Adult Swim, because I remember, like, I guess it was, like, 2002 or something. I was maybe, like, 10 at the time or something like that. So, you know, I was kind of already in bed by that point, but I remember it was a Saturday night. I wanted some water, so I went downstairs to get a glass of water, and I wasn't that tired, so I was just like, maybe I'll see what's on TV. Maybe something cool is on Cartoon Network or something, because, you know, I like to watch Cartoon Network and stuff, so I turned Cartoon Network on, and lo and behold, I found the first episode of Yu Yu Hakusho airing. So I was like, what is this? I'm gonna watch this. This seems interesting. And I remember I remember really liking it because, well, first of all, it made me feel adult because they were using swears and stuff. So I was like, ooh, I feel so naughty and it's great. But also, like, I thought it was interesting that the main character of this show, they were essentially killing him off in what I later found out was the first episode of the show. And, you know, to my 10-year-old brain, I was like, whoa, I've never seen this before. What is this? This is amazing. What's gonna happen? Is he gonna come back to life? Is stuff gonna happen? Because, you know, the whole first episode is him, like, being like, you know, I thought for a second being dead would be cool, but everyone seems sad, so, okay, I'm gonna come back to life. And I remember going through all that, and my 10-year-old brain was like, wow, this is so awesome, and I'm feeling for this guy, and oh man, this is great. But unfortunately, despite those really good feelings about it, I did not catch back up with the show until like a few years later, when I happened to see it in an FYE, like the first season on DVD or something, and I finally said, I'm gonna watch this darn thing. So I started collecting DVDs and eventually watched the whole thing and still loved it a lot. But I still remember that very first time I ever saw it and how excited I was. So, Yu Yu Hakusho all the way, man. Woo! Gabo Shinozaki asks, have you watched Sword Art Online 2? If you have, what do you think of it? Because I was also curious about Sword Art Online 2 from things I had heard, I decided for this question to just quickly check out the first episode, and I'm calling it right now, Death Gun has a death note. That is the explanation. If they're all having heart attacks, he is writing their names down and posing as this guy shooting them to draw the authorities away from that possibility when all along he has a death note. Bam! Blew your mind. But, other than that, I think already Death Gun is probably the best villain we've had in the show so far, because what the heck was the guy's name that created Sword Art Online or whatever in the first place? I don't remember, but I I never liked him that much. I didn't think he was, like... I never liked him as a villain that much. And let's not even talk about Todd Haberkorn villain. Just, no. I don't even know that character's name. I just know he was played by Todd Haberkorn, so I just call him Todd Haberkorn villain. So, not even getting into him. But Death Gun is pretty cool. I apologize, I had to cut out of that previous recording. My dog was barking. But to continue, it was kind of a jerk move for Kirito to be all like, oh, I'm going on this death-defying mission in this game where I might get shot and killed in the real world, but I'm not gonna tell you, Asuna. That's what a great boyfriend I am. Gosh. But... And also, why was Kirito the exposition fairy throughout that entire episode? I mean, he and Asuna are on a date, and he's like, hey, you want to know about this park? This park, it's really cool. See that security camera? I'm gonna tell you about it. Oh my god, you're one of the most annoying people to be around, aren't you, Kirito? God. I don't even hate Kirito that much. It was just this episode, for some reason, got me really annoyed with him. I don't know if that's going to be how I'm going to feel about him for this whole season, but first episode wasn't looking good for him. And, oh joy, we get some new girl character who shoots things and has glasses, according to the ending credits. And so she's Glass's character, I guess. And great that you gotta bring in new characters that you'll never develop, SAO. Thank you. Instead of developing the multitudes of characters you already have, let's just bring in new characters and develop them instead. What else? What else? Kirito's sprite kind of does look like a girl, but you know what? I'm actually okay with that, because if he's going on some covert secret operation to track down this death gun guy and figure out what his deal is, he might as well have a girl sprite. Because, you know, perfect cover. Oh yeah, I'm totally a girl, man. Yeah. Party hardy. I'll show you a pic of my boobs or something. Woo. He'll never suspect. Let's see, so what did I think of Sword Art Online 2? I guess it'll be interesting. Guns instead of swords now, I mean, whatever. The animation was still really good. I mean, it's still great animation aside for some of the wonky CGI on, like, the gunshots. But... what are you gonna do? Everything else looked good. The backgrounds are still gorgeous. Just gorgeous. So, I mean... This is the first episode. Let's not judge on all the things that made me angry. Maybe if I continue to watch it, I will like it more as the thing goes on, but... That's it.